considered like a cultural phenomenon at the time.
It was.
I can't believe it.
Oh, it's time for class.
I watched 1994's The Crow. Oh my God, this movie stinks.
Like it was unenjoyable. Like you were hoping it would end as soon as possible. Like I'm not sure. Like
All of those things, yeah.
really,
I don't know. It's like, and this could be a benefit, but every scene is a vibe with no direction. So a lot of the characters, they're just like, it smash cut to the bad guys in their bad guy lair, and they're doing things like swallowing bullets.
Are we having fun or what? Hey, you!
He's like, hey, like, look at this. And he like lights his tongue on fire and then goes, what about this though? And he like swallows a bullet. And I'm like, is this what these bad guys are doing in their free time?
Your mama must be damn proud of you.
Yeah, they're bad guys.
This is what they're doing in their free time?
I haven't seen that movie in like over a decade, so
I'm
not saying like I don't like your take on it because it probably is. Probably not great.
I like this movie because of I like watched it when I was young, and so there's a nostalgia factor, and like my it was like my brother's era movie,
Okay,
older brother's
that's
era
fair.
movie. It is very cringy.
Yeah, that's the word.
Like
That's the word I was looking for.
like
Cringe.
like the Crow himself. Like I think the character is cool, but like the performance, Brandon Lee's performance in it is very, very cringy.
Is that gasoline I smell?
Oh, this is already boring the shit out of me.
Like you died for this.
He's like
I wasn't gonna say it, but thanks, Tyler.
like he looks like a metal like a black metal.
Yeah,
Like
Lords of Chaos.
Yeah, it looks,
right?
it looks badass.
But then he plays like this music that isn't that.
Oh,
oh yeah,
yeah, it's like
the industrial
like
like
pre-new metal.
yeah, the
If
industrial.
this was
metal.
made 5 years later, Limp Bizkit would be on the soundtrack, you know?
Oh,
I
God.
think this movie would do really well in a remake with the right right people behind it.
Skarsgård's gonna play. He's playing Eric Draven, by the way. Cool
What a
name. Cool name in a
What
vacuum.
name.
Cool name in a vacuum. But it's right there. Call him the Raven. You know? You could
Eric Crow.
Eric Crow or something. You know?
I mean, because everyone knows that ravens are superior to crows. Like crows are cool because like they're
I think crows are smarter.
no ravens are smarter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought the crows were the smart ones.
No, the crows are smart, but they have a badass name for their groups. They call them murders.
A murder, yeah. This is for sure a precursor, and I know it's not there. It's like this overlapping timelines, but his character, the way he portrays him, is like the Joker. He's like an insane Joker. Like he jumps on a table and like is like twisting his head around and like, you're gonna pay for your sins. And the guys are like, ooh,
Seriously fucked up.
I'm gonna put a hole in you, man. And he shoots a hole through the guy's hand, and it's clear that the crow feels pain because he screams like he's gonna die. But then he like maniacally laughs as the hole in his hand forms back in the really rough CGI.
Yeah.
I gotta revisit
Totally,
that
totally
movie.
fine.
There's moments in the movie where like the final like sword fight or whatever in the top of the church, and he's like 13 hours of pain.
30 hours of pain. All at once. All for you.
I will say that, yeah, there's a lot of cool moments.
But it is surrounded
overall-
kind of by like kind of cringy.
It's like
dialogue
It's like
and-
30 music videos smashed together. You know,
Like early Hot Topic days.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And there's a one specific scene where he's getting ready to avenge one of the bad guys, and he's got an electric guitar, which he found somewhere from the pawn shop or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, this fits my aesthetic. So he like goes into the next kill with the electric guitar, not plugged into anything, and he runs across the room and goes as he's running at him, but it's not plugged into anything. So you just hear the dead guitar strings strumming with no chord being played.
Yeah.
Man, don't do that. You nearly gave me a fucking heart attack.
And you're like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
People were watching this and basing their entire personalities around this?
Look, it was the early 90s. They didn't have much else to go off of.
I know. I guarantee you when the filmmakers were making this, they're like, fuck, this is cool. I know. I don't know what a juggalo is. It doesn't exist yet, but the juggalos are going to love this shit.
Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fuck
fucking magnets? How do they work?
Yeah,
I think like they had merchandising on their mind when they were making this movie.
13-year-old edgelords are gonna sop this shit right up.
Oh, and we did.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and we did.
Yeah, it is absolutely worth watching. So, you know, I
want to revisit that.
I'm shitting all over this movie, and for good reason. But it is a very
for good reason.
It's very fun to watch it and be like, this was considered like a cultural phenomenon at the time.
It was.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So it's streaming on The Crow is streaming on Amazon Prime,
awesome.
Paramount Plus, MGM, Hoopla, and Fubo. I could see Skarsgård doing this. I think I could see Skarsgård in this role. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah,
Well, Jason Momoa, they were making The Crow, and then it was canceled.
Yeah.
I think production is not. I don't know if it's not wrapped or it's in post right now, but it's coming out soon, soonish.
That's gonna be an interesting.
Well, I hope so.
All right.
Class dismissed.
I gotta get out of here.
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
You're free to go.
See you next week.
See you later.
See you later.
That's a wrap.
Great show.